Have you ever felt that your bladder has become your alarm clock at night, waking you up repeatedly for no apparent reason? You go to bed after a long, stressful day, expecting for a quiet night's sleep. But after only 2 or 3 hours, you're obliged to get up not once, but perhaps twice or more to use the restroom. It isn't just frustrating, it's draining. But what if I told you that a simple evening drink could be the culprit, and that changing just one habit could help you sleep soundly again? In today's video, I'll gently take you through 5 drinks to avoid and 5 calming ones to try, all designed just for elder bodies like yours. Before we begin, I would like to know where you are watching this from and what time it is currently. Please share in the comments. Even a brief minute from your day is valuable to me. If you found this information useful, remember to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next simple yet powerful advice. Many changes occur quietly inside our bodies as we age, changes that we may not realize at first, but which have a significant impact on our everyday comfort. One of the most typical and irritating sensations over the age of 60 is waking up often during the night to pass urine. You might lie down after a long day hoping for restful sleep, but your bladder has other intentions. Even with minimal pressure, it keeps you alert. Let us now try to understand why this happens. After the age of 60, our kidneys start to slow down significantly at night. They continue to work, but their beat softens. At the same time, our bodies create less of the hormone ADH, which helps us hold pee longer while sleeping. When ADH levels fall, the bladder fills faster, even when you are resting. But there's more. The nerves surrounding the bladder become increasingly sensitive as people get older. When I was younger, my bladder would wait until it was full. But now, even half a glass of urine sends an urgent warning to the brain. That is why you may feel compelled to leave, even if there is very little inside. The discomfort is exacerbated by the presence of acidic or diuretic liquids, such as citrus juice or strong tea. These drinks cause the bladder lining to react more quickly, disrupting your sleep yet more. So, dear listener, it's not your fault. It's simply the way the aging body communicates. When we start paying attention to these cues, small alterations can provide significant relief, because peaceful sleep is a need, even in your elderly years. 5 drinks to avoid, particularly after sunset. In many Indian families nowadays, packaged fruit juice has become a quick and convenient option, particularly after dinner. A chilled glass of orange or mixed fruit juice is refreshing, light, and even healthful. We often assume we are doing something beneficial to our bodies, especially when the label states 100% natural or no added sugar. But let us take a gentle peek beneath the surface. Even the best packaged juices frequently include excessive levels of fruit sugar and natural acids. When you consume these drinks at night, particularly after sunset, they can cause an imbalance in how your body processes water. The high sugar content causes a small increase in blood glucose levels. Furthermore, natural acids, such as citric and malic acid, reduce the pH of your urine, making it more acidic. This combination tells the kidneys to flush more quickly, which increases urine production. For the elderly, this implies that the bladder fills more quickly, even when laying in bed. You may experience a sudden pressure, minor pain, or even a fake need to urinate. And gradually, your profound sleep begins to break, sometimes once, twice, or more. An older guy from Nagpur explained how he substituted his post-dinner box juice with a warm glass of coriander water. Within a few days, his nightly awakenings subsided, and he felt more refreshed in the morning. His body simply needs less stimulation at night. So, dear listener, you don't have to give up fruit juice entirely. Simply move them to the morning or early afternoon, when digestion is greater and the kidneys are more active. After sundown, pick liquids that calm rather than excite your bladder. Because at your age, sleep at night is valuable. And sometimes calm begins with a better choice in your evening glass rather than a pill. In most Indian homes, a warm cup of masala chai or coffee in the evening represents a small moment of happiness. Many seniors consider it more than just a drink. It is a ritual, a source of comfort, and a way to feel alert and connected after a hard day. However, as we enter our golden years, the cup that once empowered us may begin to impact us differently. Both masala chai and coffee contain caffeine, which is a natural stimulant. Caffeine is well known for its ability to keep the mind attentive and sharp, which is useful in the morning. However, after 5 p.m., when the body's trying to calm down and prepare for sleep, caffeine might quietly interfere. You might not feel restless at first, but your neurological system remains slightly stimulated. The brain maintains a light level of alertness, making it difficult for the body to totally relax. This slight attentiveness can prevent deep sleep and make your sleep feel shallow. At the same time, caffeine stimulates the muscles and nerves surrounding the bladder. It increases their sensitivity to pressure, even when the bladder is only half full. This means that your body may feel compelled to urinate more frequently than necessary during the night. Many elderly wonder, but I've had chai my entire life. Why now? The answer is in how the aging body becomes more reactive, delicate, and sensitive to even minor changes. So, dear buddy, you don't have to give up your favorite drink entirely. Simply enjoy it in the morning or early afternoon when your body's busy and your mind is alert. After 5 p.m., let your body to begin its calm sleep preparation. Because a pleasant night does not always require medication. Sometimes it starts with 1 less cups of tea. Drinking a glass of warm milk before going to bed is a pleasant practice in many Indian households, especially when combined with haldi or a spoonful of sugar. Elders have practiced this behavior for years, thinking it improves their sleep, soothes their bodies, and aids digestion. And while warm milk has some moderate benefits, there is one key factor we should not overlook. As we get older, our digestive systems slow down, particularly after sunset. The stomach takes longer to digest food, and the intestines become less active. So when we drink milk, especially if it's cold or contains additional sugar, our bodies struggle to process it properly. Cold milk, in particular, can be taxing for an aged stomach. It may cause bloating gas or a feeling of fullness that persists even after lying down. This internal pressure can push against the bladder from the outside, increasing the likelihood that it will give misleading signals at night. And sugar causes its own problems. Too much sugar before bedtime can modestly raise blood sugar levels, resulting in increased urine production as the body attempts to wash it out. This mix of fullness from milk gas, sluggish digestion, and excess pee from sugar creates a perfect storm that might disrupt your sleep. This does not imply you have to give up milk completely. If you enjoy haldi milk, make it warm and mild without sugar. Drink it at least an hour before bedtime to give your body time to digest peacefully. Avoid drinking milk straight from the fridge, especially after supper. Because with the elderly, even small luxuries like milk require minor changes. And with proper care, your night can be peaceful, your bladder quiet, and your sleep truly refreshing. In recent years, many Indian elders have begun to drink green tea or herbal detox drinks after dinner in the hopes of improving digestion and cleansing the system. These drinks are frequently marketed as light, natural, and calming. However, the impacts on aging bodies, particularly those over 60, may be unexpected. What feels pleasant on the tongue may be highly active within the body. Allow us to understand this kindly. Green tea, while milder than ordinary chai or coffee, includes a natural stimulant called caffeine. Even herbal detox blends, particularly ones including dandelion or hibiscus, act as natural diuretics. This means they stimulate your kidneys to generate more pee, even when you're ready to sleep. Now, at night, your kidneys should slow down and allow your body to rest. However, when you drink anything that increases urine production, the kidneys become active again. They begin filtering more water, filling the bladder faster, and you soon feel compelled to get up. For older people, this becomes a concealed trap. You think you're doing something healthy, but your sleep is being disrupted softly, 1 cup at a time. Not only do you wake up, but your mind also takes some time to calm down. Without your knowledge, the quality of your deep sleep gradually deteriorates. So, dear friend, if you appreciate herbal teas, there is no need to cease totally. Simply be cautious of the timing and ingredients. Instead of consuming them at night, have a cup in the late morning or early afternoon. This allows your body to benefit without interfering with your restful night's sleep. Because good health is more than simply what you eat. It's also about when and how your body absorbs it. In many Indian homes, sipping a glass of Mosambi juice or a cup of warm lemon water after dinner is seen as a healthful habit. We do it to feel lighter, to improve digestion, or just because it is a long-standing family ritual. However, as we get older, our bodies start to respond to these patterns in quieter, more sensitive ways. Citrus fruits such as Mosambi, oranges, and lemons contain a natural chemical known as citric acid. Now, citric acid is not hazardous. When used correctly throughout the day, it might really aid digestion. However, after sunset, when our digestion slows and the bladder becomes more sensitive, this acid can cause an unanticipated problem. When we drink citrus juice at night, the citric acid lowers the pH of our urine. This indicates that the urine becomes slightly more acidic than usual. This may not be a significant concern for a young bladder. However, for an aging bladder that is already delicate and easily irritated, this acidity seems like an unwanted visitor. It causes a slight burning or tingling feeling inside the bladder even when the pee volume is minimal. This moderate soreness signals to the brain that it is time to wake up and depart. And just like that, your sleep is broken not once, but twice or 3 times. Many elderly people question why they suddenly feel a sense of urgency at night after only drinking 1 glass of juice. You now understand that the nature and timing of the drink are more important than its quantity. So, if you prefer citrus fruits, don't shun them completely. Simply schedule them for early hours before 2 p.m. is the finest. This simple alteration can protect your bladder, soothe your nights, and restore the deep sleep your body deserves. 5. Drinks to prevent nighttime urination. Sometimes the most potent medicine is found not in a drugstore, but in a traditional Indian kitchen's spice box. Dalchini cinnamon and elaichi cardamom are 2 such jewels noted for their aromatic and comforting qualities. Beyond their flavor, these spices have a subtle potential to support the aging body in ways that we frequently overlook. As we age, fluctuating blood sugar levels become a hidden cause of overnight urination. Even minor sugar fluctuations can boost urine output, particularly in the late evening. This results in a full bladder during sleep, disrupting your sleep and leaving you exhausted in the morning. However, when cinnamon and cardamom are gently soaked in warm water, they assist maintain this internal rhythm. Cinnamon helps to maintain normal blood sugar levels, while cardamom relaxes the nerves and digestive tract. Together, they make a warm, calming drink that softly prepares your body for deep, uninterrupted sleep. An elderly couple from Udaipur described how they started drinking 100 ml of warm, cinnamon-cardamom water after dinner every night. They simply boiled a short stick of cinnamon and 2 cardamom pods in 200 ml of water, drank half, and stored the remainder. Within a week, their sleep improved, their bladder calmed, and their nights were more restful. This infusion also warms the stomach, which aids digestion and relieves abdominal pressure on the bladder. And emotionally, the aroma alone provides comfort, reminding us of home, family, and quiet evenings in the past. Drink it slowly at room temperature or slightly heated, like a soothing lullaby for your nervous system. There is no need for sugar, milk, or lemon, just the clear, natural balance of 2 ancient spices. Because with the elderly, healing is more than just ending illness. It is also about bringing the body into quiet harmony. 1 warm cup, 1 peaceful night, and 1 sensible decision at a time. Coriander seeds, also known as dhania kabaj, are frequently found in the quiet corners of many Indian kitchens. We use them to temper curries and make chutneys, but we rarely recognize their quiet potency in promoting our health as we age. This simple seed may provide gentle and long-lasting relief for elderly people experiencing frequent night urination or mild bladder discomfort. Coriander seeds include natural cooling and anti-inflammatory qualities that can help relieve mild urinary tract irritation. When these tissues become slightly irritated, the bladder sends faster and more urgent messages, even if it is not completely full. This is one of the secret reasons why many elderly people feel the need to urinate several times during the night, disrupting their deep sleep. However, when coriander is boiled in warm water, it produces a calming tonic for the bladder. The ingredients inside aid to relieve interior heat-ease discomfort and reestablish a more calm urine rhythm. An old woman from Hyderabad described how she started boiling 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds in 500 milliliters of water every morning. She let it simmer gently before straining and drinking half at midday and the remainder by 6 p.m. Within a few days, her nighttime urgency subsided and her body felt lighter and more relaxed. Coriander water also aids digestion, reducing bloating and abdominal pressure that might push on the bladder. This is especially significant for seniors, as gas or heaviness in the abdomen frequently contributes to nighttime discomfort. Make careful to use plain coriander seeds, not powdered or roasted, and keep the recipes basic. No sugar, no honey, simply nature's essence, extracted with patience. Because new medicines or imported botanicals are not always the solution to our deepest ache. It sits quietly in our kitchen, waiting to be utilized wisely and received by a body in need of rest. As we get older, the body begins to speak its wants in subtle ways, particularly in males over 60. One of those silent alterations occurs in the prostate, a tiny organ that frequently enlarges with age. Though it may appear to be a minor issue, it can cause pressure on the bladder and disrupt your comfortable sleep. But nature, in its quiet wisdom, provides gentle assistance, and one such treatment is the tiny pumpkin seed. Pumpkin seeds, which are high in magnesium and zinc, aid to balance the activity of muscles that control the bladder. They promote smoother contractions and lessen the frequent urgent signals that keep you awake at night. When infused with warm milk, pumpkin seeds become not only nutritional but also extremely relaxing. The warmth soothes the body, while the minerals silently work to minimize overnight urine and promote prostate health. It is more than simply a drink. It is your bladder's natural method of letting you know you may relax tonight. One elder in Tamil Nadu explained that he mixes a tablespoon of powdered pumpkin seeds with 150 milliliters of warm milk. He avoids adding sugar and consumes it gradually, roughly 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. Within 10 days, he began waking up only once rather than 3 times to use the restroom. This simple habit provided him with deeper sleep and more energy in the morning, as well as more emotional confidence, as he was no longer concerned about disturbing people or losing his sleep. Remember to use freshly ground pumpkin seeds, not salted or roasted ones from a packet. Keep the milk warm but not hot, and avoid adding jaggery or honey, especially at night. Allow your body to take it as a gentle message of sustenance, not a sweet delight. Because medications do not always provide comfort in the elderly. Sometimes it comes from a seed that has been steeped in warmth, cared for, and is full of gentle healing. Barley, often known as jowl, was long a staple in Indian cooking. Our grandparents frequently drank barley water in the summer to stay cool and light. However, science is now demonstrating that this simple grain has quieting properties for the elderly, particularly during overnight urination. As we age, the kidneys slow down and the bladder becomes more sensitive. The body requires greater assistance in managing fluids, not just how much we drink, but when and how it is absorbed. Barley water, particularly when roasted and boiled, promotes mild daytime filtration via the kidneys. It functions as a silent assistant, assisting the body in releasing extra water throughout the day so that there is less load at night. This means that the bladder has less work to complete while sleeping, which reduces the likelihood of unexpected cravings or interrupted rest. One senior gentleman in Pune stated that he drinks 1 cup of warm roasted jowl water every afternoon at 3 p.m. He prepares it by dry roasting 2 tablespoons of barley, then boiling it in 500 milliliters of water and filtering the liquid. After a week, he was only waking up once, rather than 3 or 4 times during the night. Barley is also cooling in nature, which helps to relieve moderate urinary tract discomfort. It does not stimulate the bladder as much as caffeine or citrus. It also promotes digestion, which relieves strain on the lower abdomen, a major underlying cause of urine urgency. The key is consistency. Drink it warm or at room temperature, not cooled, and avoid adding sugar or salt. Allow its inherent earthiness to relax your system gradually and softly, because even the most powerful medicine does not always work in the elderly. Sometimes it is the softest grain cooked with care that restores the body's balance, one calm cup at a time. Tulsi, the holy basil that has grown peacefully in Indian courtyards for millennia, has a highly sacred and healing energy. Our moms and grandmothers frequently placed it at the heart of the home, not just for prayer, but also for protection and wellness. And today, contemporary science is gradually coming to realize the wisdom that our forefathers always possessed. Tulsi has natural anti-inflammatory ingredients that help relax the body's tissues, especially the delicate muscles surrounding the bladder. When taken with warm water, particularly in the evening, Tulsi has a gentle, soothing effect that benefits the urinary system. This modest approach can make a quiet but significant difference for elderly people who need to urinate several times during the night. This is how it works. The warm temperature relaxes the inside body, while Tulsi relieves moderate discomfort in the bladder walls. They reduce the urge to urinate too rapidly or too frequently during sleeping. An elderly lady from Gujarat described how she boils 5 or 6 Tulsi leaves in 150 milliliters of water every evening at 6:30 p.m. She sips it slowly, like a warm evening prayer. Within a week, she experienced fewer interruptions at night and a more relaxed body before bed. Tulsi water also aids in moderate digestion and breathing, which is an added benefit for seniors dealing with a variety of age-related ailments. But timing is crucial. Drink it at least 2 hours before bedtime so that the body can thoroughly absorb it without overloading the bladder. Avoid using sugar or lemon. Allow the taste to remain light, natural, and soothing, exactly as our grandmothers cooked it. Because healing does not always take the shape of a medication or tonic. Sometimes it grows quietly in a small clay pot, waiting to be carefully brewed and drank with faith. And caring for an elderly person's bladder makes all the difference. So today, we haven't simply spoken about drinking. We've looked at how little evening routines like drinking heated Tulsi water or avoiding citrus juice may bring a lot of comfort to your nights. Because your relaxation is important, your peace is important, and your body, even in its advanced years, reacts to careful care. If anything in this movie moved you or reminded you of your own experience, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave your opinions in the comments or simply type the word HOPE if that's how you're feeling today. And if you found this content useful, please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell button to never miss an update, and share this video with a loved one, friend, neighbor, or family member who might benefit from this peaceful wisdom. Until we meet again, may your evenings be restful, your sleep deep, and your mornings full of peaceful vitality. Take care. Remember, sometimes the smallest drink makes the biggest difference.